Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I want to show you how I do over $100,000 selling on eBay. I'll give you guys the process and the rundown of how this business works and basically a couple little details on how to get started today. So I want to start by showing you guys all my sold listings. This was between August and July. What I do is I basically buy electronics from people by posting wanted ads and then resell them on eBay for a profit. It's a really good business to get into. You really don't need much money to start, but I'll tell you guys everything you need to know. So I just wanted to kind of go through a couple sold listings so you guys can see. This was an iPhone 6, sold for $160. It had a small defect, a dead pixel, and I paid like 80 bucks for it and it sold for 160. Let's see, that's like a smaller profit margin. I had a MacBook right here. This MacBook, I paid, I believe, $500 for it. The person needed to pay their rent. This is all they had left. They sold it to me and I was able to sell it for $1,100. And you're like, well, it's not realistic. And it honestly is, believe it or not. A lot of people buy things they can't afford and then end up having to sell it later in order to pay their bills. So you're able to score a lot of good deals, especially on Craigslist and when you post your wanted ads. I wanted to give you guys real quick some actual evidence to my sales. I think I'm at like 17 grand for the month, last 30 days. Yeah, 17 grand in the last 30 days, and I've definitely hit over 100,000 for the year for 2018. I'm at 125 in September, so you guys can see like the shit actually is real. I'm not just guessing you or anything. And I will give you guys a process. Let's jump into the PowerPoint here. So how much do you need to get started? Let me give you a rundown real quick what the process is. You basically go to marketplaces, you post ads saying that you buy phones and small electronics, okay? People then hit you up and they say, hey, I have this for sale, how much can I get for it? You then appraise it and then buy it, all right? It's literally that simple. You then turn around and sell it on eBay. How do you appraise it? All you gotta do is go on eBay and see what they sold for, subtract all the fees, subtract the PayPal fee, and then subtract whatever you want to make on it. I typically like to make between $100 to $150 for every single deal, but it also depends on how much the item actually sells for and what the margins are. Now, how much you need to get started? You honestly only need about 25 bucks to get started. Why I say that is you could start out with small prepaid phones or cracked phones. I mean, you can get an iPhone 6 right now. I'm paying like 15 bucks for those, so that would fall in that category. If you don't have 25 bucks, borrow it from somebody and return it. Or I don't even care, go panhandle, go do what you gotta do. If you're, broke and on the streets and you came across this video, panhandle, gather 25 bucks, go post some ads and then buy your first phone and sell it and flip it and, slowly work yourself up. Realistically, if you're buying a phone for $15, you should be able to, double your money, if not, triple it. If I'm buying a phone for $15, I'm most likely gonna be selling it for about 80, 70 to 80. So after all the fees, I'll make at least 50 bucks. And yeah, that's how much you need to get started. Do whatever you gotta do to get the money, guys. Just don't do anything illegal or stupid. Don't go rob somebody. But panhandling is, do what you gotta do. Now, take action. You gotta post ads. I'll give you guys an example of one of my ads. I usually rely on Craigslist, but you can also rely on OfferUp and Facebook marketplaces. I can tell you this, if you want to start today and you don't have access to a Craigslist account right away, download the OfferUp app, post an ad saying that you buy phones, and I guarantee you, well, I guess I can't guarantee you, but you have like an 80% chance of closing the deal the same day that you post an ad, probably within the same hour, just because of how OfferUp works. People are gonna message you after you post your ad. You have to reply to them, negotiate with them, persuade them to close the deal. You then list the item on eBay, and boom, it sells. Okay. Now, let me give you an example of the ads that I'm talking about so you guys can go out there and make your own ads. This is an example of my Craigslist ad that I screenshotted. It's very simple. It's one of my many ad copies that I use. This one just simply says, the title over here says, I buy smartphones. The picture is what really does all the talking for me. I know a lot of people don't like putting text in their Craigslist ads, and that's just a bunch of bullshit. Why they don't put text in their Craigslist ad is exactly why they're lacking in their business. I always put text in my Craigslist ads, and this is what's going to get people to reach out to you because they don't want to click the link. They're probably not going to even click the link. If I could keep track of it, I would, but obviously Craigslist doesn't allow that. But people just see the picture and boom, they're going to call you, okay? So this is what my ad looks like. Very brief description. I buy phones, text me for fast cash, and I put my phone number in there. I just blurt out my information so people don't blow up my line. And yeah, like I said, if you start today, you can literally post an add on OfferUp. Take a picture like that, find one, maybe take a picture of your own funnel with money behind it, something to attract people, make your first deal, and you'll be on your way. You just duplicate the process and scale it. I do actually offer coaching, and let me show you guys what I was able to grab. So I wanted to show you real quick my inventory and everything that I had. I muted the video. This was for a different thing that I was doing, but just so you guys know what's possible, this is what I picked up in about a weekend to a week, about a couple days. The MacBooks are actually older that I picked up from last weekend. I just haven't listed because I've been uploading the OS to them. I got a couple new in-box devices, an iPad, and 4 devices, and I think I picked those devices up in a matter of 3 or 4 days. And the cool thing about this business, it's so scalable, and you just you get to use your creativity to be able to scale it. I actually offer coaching where I show you guys, exactly what to do and take you step by step through the process. I make sure I make it so that you guys don't get scammed, and that selling on eBay can kind of be a gamble, but if you know what you're doing, which is exactly what I show you, you'll be good to go. You won't have any problems. If you guys want, I actually do have a free page or a free group. It's called Phone Flipping Hustlers. It's the free group, so you can just add that. You can also add me on Facebook. The links will all be down below. Coaching links will also be down below too. If you guys want, I will also give you guys a free guide that goes more into detail on what to do and how to get started. So you guys can also click that and take a look at it. Other than that, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I hope this is able to affect somebody and change their life. This is really good for anybody looking to quit their job. I've actually just recently quit my job now that I'm going to be doing this full time. So I'm going to be able to, have more freedom. Doing this doesn't really take that much time. I'd say probably 8 hours worth of work a week. So, there's a lot of spare time, and I'm getting into I have multiple businesses that I'm working on. One of them being real estate and coaching, and there's a lot of things going on. So this is cool. You could do either part-time or, scale it and then quit your job and do it full-time, depending on where you want to go. I will be able to take you there, and thank you for watching.